Let me see this. Actually, I take the image off. Oh, hair. Okay, that's nice. So hey, what's up, guys? So, anyways, this is gonna be a different video for I guess for the channel. But it's something that I definitely feel like I should do because there's a lot of things that I do that I'm passionate about, and that I do a lot just daily basis, and I like to keep on going. And also I feel like, as you know, I should add it into my YouTube because fuck it, if I'm gonna make my YouTube serious and put it on everything that I want on there and show my personality, why not tell you guys or invite you guys into the hobbies and other personality things that I have in my daily activities as well. Moving on. So what this video basically is going to be about is it's a weekend recap. Every weekend I go out with my friend Basykgamer, and as you know, he also has his own YouTube channel. But every weekend we go out. We go out and we socialize, or you can say talk to or pick up girls. You know, mainly we go out. That's our, I guess you could say, our 70% main objective. Then really what we go out and we have fun. But that's what we consider having fun. We like to go out, pick up girls. Now we used to be very we used to do it almost every day back in the wintertime, in around, I think it was a year ago, 2 years ago actually, as a matter of fact. It's been 2 years. What ended up happening was we were very involved in watching a lot of RSD videos, going to tours, seeing, just doing everything that go on. And if you don't know what RSD is, it's a real social dynamics. Basically, just has a lot of instructors and people to teach you on how to get better with your game, talk to girls, and da 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 da. Right now, anyways, for our weekend recap. And I'll explain more of this later if you got, for like a base idea of what it is and all that stuff. But just to focus on the daily recap of the weekend. So me and Basykgamer go out, and the first night it was very interesting because we had another friend with us. But, you know, the one thing I always like to keep in mind is, like, when I go out, I don't ever want to focus too hard on, like, you know, get this one, go after that one, this one. You know, I mean, I get it. We go out. That's our main objective. That's what we do, you know. And I don't like to even call it a main objective because it's just what we do. It's just a hobby, you know. It's just what we go out to like to do. And it's been a while, so, you know, we're shy, you know, we're timid, more timid than shy. And then it's just like, you know, we got to just get our moods up to get into the frame of mind of what we're about to do. Because approaching girls and, you know, just standing around and having them approach you is two totally different things. And having people talk to you and knowing and being in a social circle is two totally different things. Getting to actually approach someone that you don't know and meeting them for the first time can be a very timid and very anxiety building moment where you're just like, okay, now this is something very different and out of our comfort zone. So we go out, and we've been going out for a while, for the past 2 weeks, and we've been getting used to the bars because I just turned 21. So now it's awesome time. So we're going out into bars. We're not standing outside anymore, which actually, not gonna lie, well, I'll get into that later. But while going into the bars, you know, we get to talk to the security guards. Well, and one of the cool things about Basic, he's really into, like, you know, getting to know, like, the people who work there. So he's good with that. And then we bring our other friend out, and where he's really good at, he's what I would call the basically goes straight for what he wants. Like, he'll just go straight for the kill. I call it, and that's what basically he is. He's the killer of the group. He'll just focus on one thing. If the main objective is getting girls, that's it. That's all he wants. It's not about going out dancing. No. Going straight for the kill, getting what he wants, and no bullshit. And then me, I'm basically a fun hype guy. Like, I go out, I have fun, I dance, and, you know, I just get in the, I just, you know, get in the mood and have fun. Like, I can't stand still, so I have to be dancing, I have to be moving. I usually, like, you know, go this way, go that way, and then they come around, and you know, I just like to do my own thing, and I'm just very hyperactive. So each of us have, like, these niches that keep us, you know, as a good group. But still it comes down to the fact that you just have to approach. So the first night we go out, it was good. It was slow at first, obviously, because we're still getting used to it. So we're acting very timid, and we're getting on each other's backs, of course. But what was good about the first night was that we decided to go to the most prominent bar there in the area first. And one of the prominent bars that we go to a lot is called Brass Monkey. Now, that place is extremely high volume of people, great mix, but also ratio-wise, I would say it's a little bit closer to, I would say it's to man to woman. At certain times it'd be more man, but it varies, and that's good because most other bars you might have a different ratio, and definitely outside the ratio is more woman wise, but inside it's a lot more man wise, which I've been noticing when it comes to the weekends. But regardless, we go in and we're having a good time. We're just messing around with each other, joking around, and we play a little game between me and Basic because Basic always wears black. And a lot of security guards wear black, so a lot of times people will notice him and be like, oh, where's the bathroom, da 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 da. But this night what we were doing, we were just kind of posted up and we were noticing things. And so what was going on was I had a lot of opportunities, not even gonna lie about it, and I definitely shied away from them very timidly. I had multiple times where a girl would look at me, and then I would just, I would try to put it in my head where, oh, nah, like, she wasn't looking at me. Like, no, definitely wasn't me. And one of the things that everybody should always remember when you're going out, just keep a positive frame of mind. I just got done watching a video from Julian talking about that. But always have a positive frame. Don't go in with a negative frame, or when you see something, don't put a negative mindset in there. Don't try to ignore it either, because that's a lot of things that I start to do. And what I'm basically telling you is things that I've done, and that's why that's why I'm doing the daily recap. So basically, I'm like ignoring them, not trying to pay attention, looking away from any type of eye contact, because I'm trying, like, I don't know, I'm making any excuse to just be like, I just don't want to go. I don't want to have to be pushed to talk to this, but this is why I have friends. So the pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. And it turns out later, my friend goes up to the girls and brings them over, and we start talking, and then we let them go on their way. But at that point, I start to see, okay, I gotta step up my game, and my friend Basic as well. He ran into the same situation, but not as much as I did. I was in the same situation there's a little bit more than he was, and a lot more timid with the situation. As the night pursues on, though, I think around 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., I start to, I was left alone, and I don't know if that helped, but while being alone, and then I got a call from them, so I was just like, okay, you know what, I can't let them come back with me still no results. So what I did was I started talking to different people. I started off talking to a girl that I saw from last weekend. That kind of boosted my ego a little bit. Then I was just like, okay, you know what, let me try to go this way, and I just dance myself into the mood, see another one, give a little eye contact, start a little bit dancing with them, groove a little bit, talk, then move on to another one. Now, once it gets past the second one, I guess I got into the real mood, and then I just started talking and dancing with another girl, and it was kind of interesting. I was in the mood, I was having fun, and that's when my friend comes. And he sees me and he sees what I'm doing. I'm interacting, and he's like, all right, so he's gonna stay posted up where he's at, doesn't even interrupt. And then I actually pull her upstairs, and whatever, Brass Monkey, they have little areas where you can go to sit and chill. So I brought her upstairs. We talked for a little bit, got really close, eye contact and all that stuff. It was really good. Still back in my mind, I could have done a lot more to raise escalation, probably a little bit more touching here and there, a little bit more man to woman conversation. Instead, I was getting a little bit logistics, but I was also just asking very bland questions, not keeping the conversation, exciting. A little bit here and there. Not gonna lie, I was keeping it I was having her laugh and stuff, but I wanted to, but you still want to always make sure to escalate in terms of talking about something that's more sexual, basically. You want it to be more intimate than just be like friends. You don't want to be friends. You want to be man to woman. So from that, I noticed I was being more of a friend to friend and talking. So it was all right though for my first one of my first polls up to talk and stuff and to get into an interaction. Then moving on from her. Then yes, so moving on from her, me and my friend, we decided, after getting her number, which was funny actually, because when she gave me her number the first time, it was the wrong number. And always remember, when you're gonna get the number, make sure to two things: remember that they remember your name and get your name on their contacts, and two, remember to always make sure to just make sure it's the right number. Call the number right there and then, so there's no confusion, because you never know if the girl's drunk and maybe she just typed in the wrong number, or maybe she like for both cases she may not remember your name. So you have to clarify the fact that look, this is me, this is my name. Write it in the contacts yourself. Make sure it's under the number, because she may not be paying attention. There's a lot of things going on in a situation like that where everybody's dancing, bumping into each other, and also again she might be drinking, so she may not be in the right frame of mind to be typing things down. She may write your name the wrong way. She may put your number in the wrong way. So do it yourself. Take her phone, give her yours, and then you type yours in and your name, and have her do the same. And that's exactly what I did. And remember then to try out the number right there and then. Like, this is another thing too: do not go out with a dead phone. If you're gonna go out with your phone and it's not fully charged, put it on off data mode or put it on airplane mode, so that when you get so that you can actually get the number and have and make sure it's all good. Because you want to be able to have the number yourself and her have yours, but you want to make sure you have her number. That's the main thing. You need the number so you can get in contact with her, because a lot of times if the girl has your number, she's not going to remember you. Even with your contact, she's not going to remember to contact you. It just may not happen. You're just another guy of the night. You want to make yourself special, but again, after the night's over, emotions change, so she may not want to message you, and girls going for you isn't common, especially where I live in New York. So you got to make the initiation. You got to push to get her. So get her number so you can contact her later. So with that, she messed up her number. She changed it, and then we finally had the same number. The same numbers and stuff, and to get in contact with. So that was good. I got her name, she got mine, and she remembers me from looking at the text messages and stuff, from going back and forth, and now looking back. But so anyway, so moving on. So the night goes on. Now me and Basic, we start dancing, going through the crowd and going to the other room. And what ends up happening, I start dancing and I see this beautiful girl, like beautiful, but everything just happened at once. And again, I was such in the mood after just talking to this girl, and it's funny how fast my mood changes after seeing and talking to different women. And it was only about 4 or 5, less than 10, and less than even 7, where I was just interacting with people, and I see this girl, this beautiful, I would call her, and scaling, I really wouldn't know how to put it. I guess you can say it 8 to a 9. I don't know, but she looked really good. Body, like skinny waist, big bust, big ass. Just looking amazing, and not to mention she great face too, blonde, and just she's dancing, doing her Spanish music came on. She started dancing, and there was a guy there, but he was trying, but she was rejecting him, and I was dancing, and she saw me, and she came over to me, and me and her just started dancing, and we started talking a little bit, talking like we were dancing, just vibing with the chemistry, and we were talking a little bit. And it's hilarious because then she even complimented me. And it was only a 5-minute interaction, but she complimented me, and it was just crazy. It was crazy. And in a moment, I was such in the mood after just talking to only 4 girls. I was already in the mood. I was just in my mode, and I was just having a good time. Now again, a lot of things could be revised, and a lot of things could be changed. But my feelings, how I felt in that moment. It was just, I was fine, I was just cool. I really wasn't, I knew she looked good, but it wasn't hitting me, inside, of how good and how crazy it is that I'm talking to her and she's even complimenting me. So and it's crazy because she said I was the most good looking dude of the whole night, and I was just like, that's insane. You know, it was just like, oh shit. I mean, again, like, I didn't even know what to say. That was probably the only moment in that whole interaction where I was just like, I don't even know what to say to that, because I was just like, how do like I need to figure out how to escalate. But I was in a good mood. It was just that, like, the voices, the dialogue, I just didn't have it there. But anyways, got her number and ended the night with that as soon as she left. And me and Basic were just freaking out. We were just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy. And the night just ended off perfect. Now, moving on to the second night, you know, we go out, positive frame of mind, and it's just me and Basic. Now, just to let you know, our third friend from the night before, he left early and he was tired. But he's, like I said, he's a killer, so he's more focused on just getting the girl, and that's his night. Like, that's his night. Me and Basic, on the other hand, we have fun with the night, along with, like, we get girls along with having fun. They're both side by side, and even if the night is bad, we have a good night. Like, there's never a bad night unless it's the first night, to be honest with you, because the first night we may not talk to anybody, but afterwards, you know, after that, once we get used to the going out, like, the nights after that always get better and better. Like, it's always been like that when me and him go out, and it's just me and him. It's always just the nights get better and better because we're getting used to people are seeing us, so they know us, and we're talking to everybody. So this night, me and Basic both wore black. Now this was what made it kind of funny, because we were both going in and we went to the first to one of the first bars, not Brass Monkey, I think it's called Duval or something, like some weird shit. We're both wearing black, so we look like security guards, and you know, we're just having fun. Like, again, we're not taking it too seriously. You never want to. I mean, yes, you want to be serious about it, obviously. In a way of, like, you know, we got to do this and that, but don't take it too seriously. Like, oh, I got to say this, I got to say that, or I got to do it immediately at this time. Like, this is the time when we need to start hitting this one and that one. Just have fun with the night. And obviously keep in mind that you're supposed to be approaching, and which we still have to work on. We still got to work on our cold approaches. But you never want to go in just putting yourself down, like, oh, like, look, if I'm not approaching, then I'm not doing shit. No, have fun. Always focus on get yourself to have fun, because once you get to the fact where you're just at the zone of where I was at the beginning of at the end of the night before, then it's just like, all right, not only am I having fun, but I'm also just adding in the approaching, and that's just normal. And so, yeah, have fun, and then also approach, make it normal. So at the beginning of the night, we were having fun. No approaches, just having fun, you know. We were pretending to be security guards. We were talking to people, like, you know, sending them to the bathroom. And we were standing near the bathroom, so we were having girls just stand there. And it was funny because we even ran into an incident where a girl asked me, do I work there? And I said, yeah, of course. And she asked me, so what's the name of the place? And I didn't know. So I had to make up a lie and be like, you know, I'm from a different area. They just brought me over here because they needed more security guards and da-da-da-da-da. Then finally got the name of the place and, you know, gave it to her. But you know, those are those funny moments. And then we even met this guy. I don't know who he was. I honestly don't know what he does, but he was so cool. This guy from Morocco, and he was a big dude, and he was talking to us, and he was dapping us up, and he even asked us if we worked there, and we messed with him, and we said no, we don't afterwards, and he was just like, you fucking guys, and we were joking, and then he even just gave us money. Like, it was just, that was like one of the key moments of the night. Like, he gave us money, and we just didn't know what to say, and like later we found out he used to work in a restaurant, but he just worked like as a chef or something, but no one knew who he was because he was giving out money to people throughout the night. But it was just, well, it was so weird, and it was funny though. He was a cool dude. So we move on from there. We went to Brass Monkey again. Now this time when we went to Brass Monkey, it was different. It wasn't as good as the night before, to be admitted. But I was still, you know, what was good about this though, we didn't go backwards, well, completely backwards. We were talking, you know, it was just the dialogue wasn't there. And what I noticed from this night is that this night I went heavily on dancing. And the thing is, I dance well. That's all right. But the thing is, when I use my dancing, I use it as a crutch in order to be like, okay, I can dance my way into a good mood, and I can dance my way into making an excuse as into, avoiding to approach. And I have to get out of that frame of mind of, let me go out and dance. But forget that. I should approach and then dance, or yeah, or just not go too heavily into my dancing, more focus into the approaching, because I use my dancing as a crutch, and a lot of times I'm just using that also to get in to talk to girls as well. And that's what happened the night before, is that I was just using my dancing. It wasn't really me. I was talking, but it wasn't really me just going up and approaching. It was more of me dancing, and then slowly moving up my way, and then talking, and then it was just like that. Again, now I could still dance, and but I could just maybe tone it down a little bit, and then have my approach go with that as well immediately, instead of just slowly like dancing 70% of the time into the approach. Like I want to focus more on my approaching than my dancing, and learn to take that out of the equation. So with that being said, we went on with the night, and I was just dancing. People were having fun with me and all that stuff, but it wasn't really. Again, you always want to just be able to. You don't want to knock all the girls out. You don't want to shut them down just because they're not what your taste is. Talk to everybody, have fun, but so that's what I did last night. I was having fun. There was these girls. I was dancing with Asian girls, and we're having fun. But I was using my dancing as a crutch. I could have approached other girls the whole time, but I was just I was using my comfort, and I ended up wasting like an hour just dancing with these two Asian girls that I didn't find attractive anyways, and that wasted an hour, and I noticed it, and I was just like, what, I should have just approached this and that. There was just 5 girls sitting at a table, and I just kind of just left it alone. Then moving on, I got to moving into the other areas, and again there was girls there, and again I was just using my dancing, but it wasn't getting me into the approaching them, and I didn't. And later on I ended up dancing with another girl, very attractive woman. She, again, I don't even know, she was tall too, but approached her, was dancing with her as well. And again, I should have used more communication and talking, but that ultimately ended not that well. Not that well in the case that I burnt it down, or she like rejected me. It was just the fact that she was with her friend, and her friend was with this other guy she just met, and she wanted to watch her, and da 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 da. So all this bullshit rapport and all that stuff. So I was just like, all right, whatever, let her go. And then when she came back, she kind of just schemed me, So it's all good, Emotions changed, like I said, even in minutes, because she was having fun with me, and then when she noticed her friend was missing, she completely ignored me. And then afterward, well, not ignored me, but completely like just kind of set me away. And then when she got her friend, was just saw me again, but she just didn't say anything. So the night wasn't really that good in terms of approaches, but we had fun. Me and Basic, we had fun, and it's good. Now I just wish now that I could have more days to go out, which is honestly I want to kind of look for. That's why I'm trying to look for something new to work as, so I can have more time during the night to go out and interact. But it's very nice, and it's very cool. So basically, one of the things I want to end this video off with, I just want to make sure that everybody understands watching this. I'm going to have you, there's just certain things, I need to work on, and just to let people also understand what to work on now. First thing is going in with a positive frame of mind. And why I'm saying this, because I went in being a little bit positive, but I was ignoring and putting in, I guess you say, negative thoughts, because the negative thoughts, what they were, nah, she's not looking at me, or nah, she couldn't be talking to me. And be positive, be confident, say yes, no, she is, of course she's looking at me. Even if she's not looking at you, be like, she's thinking of me. That's why she's not looking at me, because she knows if she looks at me that I'm going to come right for her. But don't worry, I'm going to go for her anyways. And that's how you should always view the night. I don't know who the fuck was at the door. Anyways, view the night like that. Be positive, be confident. Don't go in there being outcome dependent, as in if a girl, even if you're using that type of ego or mind frame and you actually go up there and she rejects you, don't be like, oh fuck, I totally got that wrong, and now I'm completely wrong. No, 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 no. Just keep it all positive. Like, oh, she rejected me, but that's only because she has other things to do, or you know what? Don't even think about it. Just go on to the next one. Be like, oh well, no, she's looking at me, so let me get her too, right? And that's just how you should view the night. Be positive about it. Be confident about yourself and have fun with the night as well. Now, and then the second thing, focus on, if you want to go out and you want to interact with people, focus on interacting with people. You want to have fun, but don't focus on drinking. Don't do that. That's terrible. And don't use drinking as a crutch. Don't have crutches. Like, don't use other things as a crutch. If you have a friend, don't just keep talking to your friend the whole night. Talk to other people. Like, even if your friend isn't with you on the same page of approaching girls, don't use that as a way to get away from approaching girls. Have either go with a friend who also wants to approach girls, or leave your friend for an hour and a half and then come back and only talk to them for 5 minutes. That's when you should probably be more serious about it. Time yourself then. Because if you're noticing that you're wasting an hour talking to your friend and then looking around for only 5 minutes and then going back to talking to your friend for another hour, you're only dedicating those 5 minutes to saying, oh, okay, now I have to actually be in the mood and all this. Because there's so many like emotions and stuff that can build up to you talking to a girl. You want to get that out the way and actually do it. So don't use crutches. Like me, for instance, I use dancing, and I'll dance for an hour and a half, and then if I see, I'll look around and I'll just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go back to my dancing and then use that or whatever. And that's the thing. Don't use that as a crutch. If you're noticing, like, look, dance for a little bit, you're not getting that, and you want to see this and that, or, when you feel things out, and you're just like, well, let me just feel it out. Forget that. Just approach. Interact with different people, and have that be the point of your night. As in, you want to have fun, but also just interact. Just don't even think about it just approaching. Just interact with people. Talk to the dudes. Talk to the girls. Don't ever be in a mind frame where they don't want to talk to you. Again, this all goes together. Positive framing and just interacting. Don't interact, and don't put yourself down or look at it as, oh, I'm interrupting them or something. Because remember, you're out. You're having a good time. Especially if you're at a bar setting. Like, dude, people are there to interact. That's the point, basically. I mean, the fact of the matter is, everybody's either drinking or talking. Like, they're not like, you have those rare cases where there's some nerdy fucking weirdos just standing there, but everybody's just either drinking or talking. And if they're not talking, then they want to be talked to. There's no reason to be in a social environment where if you don't want to be talked to. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you be there? They're like, and even if there is someone like that and they just fucking being a dickhead, they probably, whatever, fuck it. Don't even think like that. Just think, look, everybody wants to be talked to. If they're not already talking or drinking, they're drinking or talking or doing both, and if they're not, then they want to be. So that's how you should view the night when it comes to your approaching. And remember, be positive about it. Don't put yourself down. Enjoy the night. All right. Now I'm gonna let you guys go with that. Peace.